reality, or am I dreaming? Oh, sunshine, sunshine, always with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so precious and you. Yeah. Oh, when I'm with you, yeah. Oh, sunshine, girl, you brighten up my day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so precious and you. You're my shining star that brightens up my darkest sky. You're my fire, baby, that keeps me warm when it's cold at night. I never felt this kind of love that makes a grown man wanna cry. And I'm so happy that you're in my life when I'm with you. I feel my sunshine in you. Myself with nobody else, no. Oh, Charlie, won't you play the guitar? Play it. Somebody clapping the name of love, yeah. So good to me, baby.
Hey, you guys. Guess what? It's another Tuesday. That means you guys are ready for another episode live with Vicky P. Listen, this week has so far been phenomenal. Last weekend was phenomenal. Father's Day. I hope everybody had a great Father's Day. I was in Birmingham at the Flight Museum. I hosted a red carpet event, the Birmingham Full Figured Fashion Show. When I tell you it was amazing, it was amazing. Shout out to Latoya Nicole. This is her third year. And I tell you what, you guys need to be there next year. So tonight I have a phenomenal guest. Phenomenal. I feel like I already know him on a personal level. So we're going to get into it. Now, this guest, he's from Georgia, of course. So tonight we welcome a man whose sound is rooted in the South and rap and pure soul. His voice carries truth His presence commands the room, the stage, the bar, the lounge, wherever he performs at. And his music speaks to the heart of the culture. You guys, please help me show love for R Thompson, you guys. Hey,
Hello,
hey, hey.
hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm
Good.
blessed.
I got to do one thing before we get into it.
Okay.
So how you feeling today? Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I've been anticipating this day, this time. So you know what I mean. Look, I'm just ready to talk. Ready to answer questions, and
Okay.
it's such an honor and pleasure to be on this show. You know what I
Oh,
mean, and I'm just want to enjoy the experience.
well, honey, we're gonna get right into it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have been singing since the age of 7. Am I correct?
Yes, since the age of 7, maybe a little earlier, but that's the time that I could remember. Once I first discovered that I had something, very special. So, and it's from that time, that point, I started, on the journey. You know what I'm saying?
So look, were you like like when we see these movies with these stars, right? And they be in the living room when somebody having a cookout, and your mama says, "Dang."
That's exactly how it happened. I mean, that's exactly how it happened. I did another interview last week, and I told them about how my mom had me to learn the Orange Juice Jones song. I saw you and him walking in the rain, and she would wait till I got down my grandmother's house, and she was like, "Tell her do that, do that song that." And I did. I would do the whole routine, the singing, the talking part, in front of my aunties, and they would just die laughing. And it just started. Started from there. And I came from a musical background. My mom and my aunties had a group called the Howard Sisters, and so they're kind of a well-known gospel group around here. So, I kind of took it on. I really didn't have a choice in a sense.
So I'm sure. Did you sing in the choir? Because I asked all of mine.
Oh yes, that's where it all started at.
Yeah.
I started in the junior choir and stayed in the choir. Then got to the teens choir, the adult choir, and then I learned how to play the drums and the piano. So that's where all of my producing and songwriting skills came from. Because I just learned to be a musician as well. So
Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to go back to the beginning. First, I
okay,
want you to introduce yourself and tell everybody all of the talents, all of the gifts that you have.
okay. All right. Well, first, I'm T.R. Thompson. I was born Tellus Rashawn Thompson to the late Lizzie Thompson, Alvin Thompson, my father. I'm a songwriter, producer, performing artist. Also um, a fashion designer. Have my own clothing line, T. Rashawn. I'm also a educator. Also a
Oh,
25-year educator, and I'm also a musician. I play the piano, play the drums, dabble a little bit with the saxophone. Hadn't played that in years, but I do that, and also, last but not least, I am a preacher of the gospel. I am a man of God, and that's one of my greatest accolades, to be a man of God and saved, and Jesus Christ is my savior. So,
now I'm going to ask the question
yes,
because I'm
ma'am.
sure people always ask this.
Yes.
And I know Southern Soul is rooted from gospel and
Mhm.
blues. I know that. I've been educated on that. But
Yes.
how did you transition into Southern Soul with your ministry background? How was that?
Well, I honestly, when I in 2002, first of all, let me back up a little bit. I had a semi professional singing group by the name of Collage, all the way from the years of 1992 all the way up into 2002. In 2002, I what we call I received salvation, and at that point I began to do what I call inspirational soul. But I never really stopped producing or singing R&B music. I just kind of went on a hiatus for a little bit until I and until I would say until God allowed me to dabble back into it. But it's always been a passion of mine.
Mhm.
It's always been something that I had the gift to do. Um, and how I actually got in it, it always have been a part of me. It never was
Mm.
something that I discovered. It was is I've always still done weddings and done things of that nature. I wasn't actually performing it a lot, but I did do a lot of weddings, a lot of cameos on songs, still
Mhm.
wrote for different artists. But just recently, I would say about 2 years ago, around the time that my mom passed, I discovered a passion to begin not only to write and produce the music, but to start performing it again. And of
Mm.
course, me being from the South and being from a small town, a lot of people could not separate
Mhm.
me being a minister and me singing what they would call secular music. But my understanding of what I do, that's why I love opportunities like this, because it gives me a chance to have a platform to be able to explain, not necessarily explain it, but to give some type of logic, saying to it. And to be honest with you, it's something that is natural. And if I had to go biblical or go more spiritual about it, I sing about what we call the eros love, the eros love.
Mm.
And that's a love that is mentioned in the Bible. We can read about that kind of love over in the Songs of Solomon, and it's the same love that Adam and Eve shared, same love that um Sarah and Abraham shared, same love that Joseph and Mary shared. So it's a romantic love between man and woman. So it is the most natural love that we know of. It's just that because it's not been taught, people look at it like it's secular, but it's or secular music, but it's actually music that has its place, and that's why I'm able to communicate. I don't even like to say both. I don't like to separate it, because it's all God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just a time and place for all of it. So but God just happened to bless me with the gift to have the passion to be able to sing and to produce and write R&B music.
Well, it's funny, you can be from a small town and I tell you, everybody know everybody,
Right,
and everybody have opinions on what you should, what you shouldn't do.
right,
But I applaud you for doing what you wanted to do, because
yes,
it has nothing to do with anybody walking up and down the street. I
right,
applaud you for that. But what people do have to realize, if they look up Southern Soul, is a mixture
mhm,
of gospel and blues. It's
right,
it's it's a mixture. That's
right,
what it is.
right,
So if you listen to it or you go and Google how Southern Soul was developed,
right,
and most, I would say 90% of, well, no, I'm gonna say 75% of the artists that I have interviewed, no, 90%, started out in the church.
Right.
Started
Yeah.
out in the church. Some their dads or moms were pastors. They were singing in the choir, and that's how they started out. So
Right.
I applaud you for doing what you want to do instead of just, because people would judge us, but who are we to judge?
Right. Well,
Yeah, you have a
and
gift.
yeah, and it's also about tact. It's all about class, and
Mhm.
it's all about content. Of course, I'm very aware and spiritually aware of the content of songs that I may write, songs that I may perform, because I also want to keep my witness. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
that's very important to me. So I'm very choosy about some of the songs that I perform, and
right.
making sure that it still falls in the line
Mhm.
of what God calls, love. And when we're talking about relationships, there's different layers of that. And also we look at it also as a art.
That's right.
It's a different than being a singer and a performing artist. I'm a performing artist.
Mm.
So it's almost like, let's say, Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is a great a Academy Award winning actor, but he's also a God-fearing man. He's a
Yes,
man
he
of
is.
faith, but because he plays in different movies and take different roles, that don't say who he is
Right.
outside of that. It's an art. So God just blessed me with the ability to be a performing artist, and by me taking that gift seriously, the Bible tells us that we are to, it speaks of being responsible for your gift, you know what I'm saying? And once you have an integrity about your gift, you take that very, 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 very seriously.
That's
And
right.
so, and we don't handle that gift. I don't handle my gift carelessly at all, And so, it is some integrity in what I do,
Mhm.
and that comes across in in my true character. The person that I am behind the off the stage, and the person that I am at home, the real man, the man of faith that I am at home, that transcends when I do sing and when I do
Mhm.
perform, and it's done with a certain class and a certain tact, you know.
Mm.
So because there are examples out there of what we call R&B music that is more so on the secular end of R&B music, and that is, and that's to each his own. It's still R&B music, but me personally, I am very conscious of the content that I do sing, and I make sure that it's nothing that really conflicts what it is that that I live for.
I like that. I like that. So what part of your upbringing in the South shaped your voice the most?
Well, first of all, my mom was the lead singer of her gospel group, and I'll try to tell this story in short as possible. But I was born with an enlarged windpipe, and when I was born, and I had a breathing condition, and so they had to keep me in an incubator for a great deal of time, and I spent maybe 2 or 3 months in Augusta, Georgia, in the hospital, and um, my mom and I came home, and when they released me, my mom would tell me this story, and she would, because of this breathing condition or this flap that I had, she would keep me on her chest to monitor my breathing. So a
Mhm.
lot of those times, even as an infant, I could remember. I don't actually remember, but I still have it subconsciously hear this vibration of her singing.
Oh
She
wow.
would keep me on her chest just to monitor my breathing because she didn't want to go to sleep and I possibly stop breathing. So she slept with me on her chest. When she would take me to choir practice, she would sing with me on her chest. And
Wow.
so it's kind of like it's something like very mystical, you know what I'm saying, of um how I developed my voice, because I would hear my mom tune in
Mm.
my ear even as an infant. Like this is
Oh,
something that, you know, and
yeah.
so even when I sing now, I hear this vibration. Like, and it gives me like a nostalgia of what it was when I was, you know, laying on her chest, you know what I'm saying, as I heard her singing. But anyway, I would listen to her sing as a when she was in the choir, when she led songs for a group. And from there I just developed this gift, and I would stand on the porch um at her house and sing all day long. And the porch was like a stage for me. People would be riding by on the street, and they would hear me. They would slow down and hear me sing, and I'll be on the porch just putting on this show. The neighbors would listen to, you know, me singing. Um, and so as I grew, you know, of course, I took to artists like New Edition, Bobby
Mm.
Brown, and
Mm.
Keith Sweat. And
Mm.
then from there, I started in the early 90s, like maybe 91, 92. I just became fascinated with the voice of Casey Haley from Jodeci. And from there, I began to like, I studied his voice and vocals when I was younger. And then I even did the background research on him, and him being from North Carolina,
Mm.
from a gospel group called Little Cedric and the Haley Singers. I just used to follow him and how he used to sing. And then I started listening to Stevie Wonder, and I took on Stevie Wonder, and people like Aaron Hall, and R. Kelly, and
Okay.
as I would listen to all of these people throughout the years, then my voice began to take a sound of its own. You know, even when I was in high school and I would do talent shows and go to different showcases, people would always say like, man, you do not sound like a 15, 16-year-old. Like, I had a voice of a grown man at the age of 14 and 15 years old, you know. And I would always, you know, I would always just study these different artists. And then, you know, when I began to record, you know, myself, and began to get in the studio and write, you know, and actually record my own song, and that's when I discovered my unique sound and what I do. And so from there, I've just been, you know, allowing, you know, God to show me how to just continue to develop my voice. And from there, that's how my voice was created.
Okay, so how how did you get over here in Southern Soul? Like, you know, we have different genres of music,
Right.
you know. So how did you get over here versus you were you already in R&B, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I like I say, I've never stopped doing R&B. Even when I was in ministry, I did it at I didn't actually showcase it, you know, because I was more so focused on that part of my ministry. But and actually, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for that part of my ministry, I wouldn't have the understanding to do it in clarity as I do now. You know, I
mm,
understand the purpose of the music. You know, I understand, like, even the word tells us that it's a time and place for everything under the sun. You know, so it's a time for this type of music and this type of content. You know, so I've never really never not listened to it, or never stopped singing it when I had a chance to do so. So it's just, honestly, I feel like the genre, just because of the evolution of the genre, it really the genre just went through an evolution, and I've just been doing what I've been doing ever since I was a kid, you know. And actually the songs that I perform now, because I'm specific in singing 90s R&B right now. You know, when I perform, I sing 90s R&B. Of course, I do my songs, but to get to engage the crowd a little bit, I start with some 90s R&B. And those are songs that I've been singing ever since I was 14, 15, 13 years old. And the songs hit just like they would have hit back in, back in that time. Right. But it's just the evolution of the music is going back to that era of music. Even the Southern Soul is really been around for a minute, for a long time, but it's now you got artists like King George, and you got 803. You know, those guys got more of a polished quality sound, and it's bringing the genre back around in a sense, because in the a few years back, Southern Soul wasn't as quality of music, but now you got artists that can be R&B singers, yes, that can be gospel singers, that is singing Southern Soul. So my genre, the R&B, Southern Soul, I could go either way. But mostly what separates the R&B from the Southern Soul is the content, the lyrical content of what they're singing about. The Southern Soul is a little more more down home, straight, like almost conversation that you'll have on the dirt road with your uncle, so and that's the unique thing I love about Southern Soul, because it really talks, it really sings about things that's very, very relatable. Now, some things they sing about, you have to have parental guidance with your ears, you know what I'm saying? But
I will say this: shout out to King George, shout out to 803 Fresh, and shout out to Tonio Armani. I mean, they have definitely kicked the doors down.
Oh yeah,
and Southern Soul is doing its thing right about now.
And you can't do nothing but respect it. You
can't do anything but respect it. That's it. Because a lot of the rappers and a lot of R&B coming right over here collaborating with us, with the Southern Soul artists. I definitely want to give them kudos, because when 803 Fresh came out with the Boots on the Grounds, that was like, oops, overnight, overnight, And when King George came out, he changed the game. When the era when he came out, and when 803 Fresh came, man, it was like, okay, where the Grammys, where the BET Awards, like.
And I feel like the Southern Soul is bringing people, because what's going on around here now in this area, the Southern Soul set it up to go back to R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a lot of R&B parties right now. Like, people are doing R&B parties everywhere. Like, every weekend I'm invited to do something at an R&B party. But see, that came from Southern Soul, like, setting up the stage to go back to R&B, so because they're at these parties, you're the same. You playing the Southern Soul and the R&B, like they like married. You know what I'm saying? So
like they mix it, they blend it and mix it. And I will say this too. I will say, like, our era. I was used to doing the electric slide, the cha-cha slide, the biker shuffle. Honey, when the songs came on, we flooded dance. Well, now they have a whole different respect for line dance.
Yes, it's big. That's big.
It's a whole vibe with line
Right.
dancing,
Right.
which to me, I love line dancing. I love to see people line dance. I can't do all of them because it's so many. But I
Right.
will
Right.
say this: I would like for to bring back to where us, 45 and up, we were used to when it was a Southern Soul concert,
Yes.
especially inside. We
Right.
were used to putting on some clothes. We were used to, going out on a date with your husband or,
Right.
and going to sit down and have a good time.
Right.
And we
Right.
were normally out of there by 9:30.
Right. Right.
They don't have, where we can dance. That has gone away. And I
Right.
hate that. I
Yeah.
really do. I wish they
Yeah.
would bring that back.
Right.
But the line dancing is a, I mean, it's just a world of its own.
Right.
Like it's just a world of its own, and it's so
Right.
many different creators. These people are getting paid
Yes.
to line dance, something that they love to do.
Right.
They have made businesses out of that.
Yes.
So Southern Soul has created jobs
Yes.
for line dancers,
Yeah.
for a lot of different things, because before all the different line dancers that came out, it wasn't all of that going on. You may do 2 line dances and
Mm-mm.
that was it. That was enough.
Mm-mm.
You
Yeah, you right. You right. Yeah.
so Southern Soul is definitely leading in the music industry. I
Right.
mean, because like I said, the rappers are coming over. Every time you see a rapper doing a collaboration with a Southern Soul artist. I'm
Right.
like, bring the money over there to them. Come,
Right. Right.
y'all bring that money.
Right.
Y'all will take it.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
will take it. Now, I want to ask you this.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is your creative process when you are making a song? Do you start with your beat first or with your actual song, the words?
It to be honest with you, the way I write a song, it kind of starts with a melody first,
Mm,
or it may start with a subject. Say for example, if I see a movie and something in that movie like just pops out to me, um, and say for example the song, if I come up with a title, I'm just off the top of my head, saying a song like I don't know why I keep falling in love with you. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, that'll be the title. I don't know why I keep falling in love with you. So then I would think of what that song is saying. So automatically with that title, that song is not going to be an up tempo song. It's not going to be a song that you
mm.
dance off of because of the content that we're talking about. So you talking about a person that is asking themselves, why do I keep falling in love with you? Like, so that means that there's a problem somewhere. This person is trying not to fall in love, but they keep finding themselves in love. So therefore, the melody is going to reflect the emotions
Of the
of
song.
that title. And
Mm.
then once I come up with once I tap into the emotions, then I come up with the melody. And once I come up with the melody, which is most of the time going to be the chorus of the song,
Mm.
and then from there it's gone from there. You know what I mean? So, or either I could hear. Sometimes it works this way. I can hear instrumental, and I listen to, because the music by itself is saying something, and you got to have a musical ear to listen to what the music is saying.
Mm.
Music will tell you.
It talks to you. Mhm.
Yes, the music will tell you what the emotions of the song is. Like
Yes,
I can hear instrumental, and I could tell you almost like, okay, because of the instruments that they chose in the track, I know what the song is gonna be about, you know. So so I do it. I do it either way. Sometimes I start off with the lyrics. Sometimes I start off, or either if I'm at my piano and I'm just doodling around and I come up with some chords. And most of the time it's gonna be I'm a slow jam, you know what I'm saying, guy. You know what I mean? So most of the time it's gonna be heavy with chords. And once I come up with a chord structure, then that's when the lyrics. So I love singing about love, finding love, but I also love singing about heartbreak. You know, I love singing about disappointments and, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Those are my songs. I really thrive with them songs right there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I usually ask this question. Do your music, are you writing something that you've gone through, friends, family, or you don't have anything to do with it? You just
I'll be lying if I tell you that, you know, and that's what makes the
a good hit.
Yes, that's what makes because see, one thing about writing a song, if you're not going to connect with the emotions of the song and you're not going to be able to really connect with the listeners. It's not going to be a hit, or it's not going to affect no one if you don't tap into a real place of the song, you know? So a lot of my songs will have a lot of, you know, a little dibble and dabble of life experiences, you know? And like my son, he's a inspiring recording artist as well. But I be hearing some of the songs that he write, and when he writes them, they be very cute, like little real nice songs, but because he hadn't really experienced a lot of love on the other side, it lacks depth. You know what I'm saying? You can only write from where you are. You know what I mean? So if you know what heartbreak feel like, you'll be able to write a song. You know what I mean? If you know how disappointment feels, you'll know how to write a song about it. You know.
Ooh, but child, I don't need to write one there, honey. I have about 10, 11 hits. I'll be Grammy nominated, BT, you name it.
For some reason, I love the bluesy type songs. You know what I mean? I love the songs that talking about, you know, disappointment, or, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I've always wrote those songs, even as a teen, you know what I'm saying? I was writing those heartbreak songs even then, you know. And something about those songs that once you tap into the emotions, you can really
get into it.
You can really, you know, but you know, recently, I'm recently, you know, married. I met the love of my life, my wife, and I love those songs too, like being able to express, you know, falling in love and you know, having a love, you know, a good, healthy love relationship. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I've been in the toxic ones. You know, so I know how to write whatever, every layer of love, I know how to write about it. You know what I'm saying? I know I've even been the one that did the heartbreak, and I know how to write from that standpoint.
From all experiences.
Yes, yes. But that's what makes a real effective song. You know what I mean? If your song is not, if somebody listens to it and it's not able to pull on them emotionally, then
something wrong, because like you said, everybody been through. Well, I'm gonna play one of your songs and then we're gonna talk about it after we finish. I do not own the rights to this music, but R Thompson does.
mind. I sit and think of all the things you do. They got me all crazy in love with you. The way you make me feel is so good. Girl, you make my heart go fun. Oh yeah, I don't wanna be with no other. People wonder why I feel this way. They just don't know. They just don't know my love. They don't know. Oh, no. I don't know what it is you do to me. Oh, girl, the way you make me feel. Your love is so real. I gotta tell somebody it's on my mind. A love like yours is hard to find. It's the way you make me feel. Oh, your love is so real. Oh, in the evening when I'm just getting home from the job, I gotta put down my stuff to call you where you are. And when I hear your voice, ooh, it makes me speechless, lady. I can't wait to see you, girl. I can't wait to hold you, lady. And when I finally see you, ooh, it's like a dream come true. Yeah, I can't wait to hold your hand. Oh, I'm so glad to be your man. And when they see us walking through the mall, girl, they just don't know how. They just don't know how. They don't know. I don't know. Oh, the way you make me feel. Oh, I feel so special. Yeah, like yours is hard to. The way you make me feel. Oh, yeah. Oh, my heart is yearning for your love, baby. Please don't leave my side, yeah. You see, just like Adam's real, baby. You're my real baby, yeah. The way you make me feel. Always hard to find. The way you make me feel. Hey, oh, you're so special to me, baby. Oh, yeah. You turn my skies. Yeah, you turn my skies into blue skies, girl. Yeah. Oh, your love is so
Listen. Listen. Woo! That was nice, smooth, and that reminds me of the R&B back in the day.
Yeah.
That's the. So tell everybody what's the name of that song and where you can find that song.
Okay. Actually, let me give you a fun fact about that song. That song is actually now, and don't trip when you say what I'm about to tell you. That song is almost 25 years old. So I wrote that song. I wrote that song when I was in my early 20s. Yeah. So, but see, that's the thing about music. Like, if you make a good song, it transcends. It will, once you capture that in a bubble, it's almost like it will transcend to time. It will never get old. You know what I mean? Like real R&B music with real substance. It will never get old. So the song is The Way You Make Me Feel. And that song, you find it in several places. You can find it on actually I put that song on I put that song on my inspirational soul group album on the B side of the album. It's actually a gospel album, but I put it on the B side of the album, the R&B side of the album, and you can find it on Brother, My Praise, My Love, My Life. And also you can go to my YouTube, T Rashawn Inc. YouTube page, and you can find that song as well in my playlist. So yeah, that song. Yeah, I was
25 years. Oh my God. And I mean, it's like you said, you have music that's gonna just be around all
right,
the time. It's
right.
not going anywhere.
Yes.
And that's a very nice song.
But see, also listen to the content. That feeling never gets old. Like your children
Right.
will experience that the way you make me feel. Like, so the things that God has allowed us to experience, that is not, it ain't gonna ever get old. You know what I mean? Now, chivalry is not as prominent nowadays, but one thing about real emotions and real feelings, natural feeling that God will allow us to feel, we gonna all feel that. You know
You
what I'm
better
saying? At some
believe
point in
that.
time.
You
So,
better
and
believe it.
as long as it's a story to match what it is you feel, then the song will never die. It'll always be
Yeah.
here.
That's a beautiful song. So, question. Now I want to know, has there been any collaborations over here, Southern Soul? Yeah.
No, not yet. Actually, that song that you played at the first beginning and that song right there, I've done that. I've done those songs at Southern Soul shows. Um, I've sung and performed those songs because they have like um they have like a real like a real instrumentation type of vibe,
Mhm.
and the sound is very retro,
Right.
which a lot of bluesy and Southern soul songs are carrying that same sound. But I have not yet done any collaborations. I actually had a Southern soul label, or a starting label, somebody that wanted to put some money behind me to do Southern soul. But I right now I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing, and I want to keep it under my control. So that's why I'm just kind of staying true to my lane. You know what I'm saying? I'm a R&B guy to the heart. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna be riding this R&B track. You know what I'm saying? Until
So you
God.
can't ride it no more.
Yeah, yeah,
See, that's the thing. Everybody has a lane.
right,
Everybody has a lane. Just
right,
because this one is doing this and this one is doing well, that
right,
does not mean that you can go over there and do the same thing. You
right,
change up your whole style of music, your whole
right,
everything just to.
right.
But I do understand where people like trends with trends.
Yeah.
How do you stay with all the updated trends?
Well, you acknowledge the trend. You see the trend. Don't ignore the trend, and always acknowledge the trend, because that's all a part of being culturally aware. Because if you
Mhm.
don't understand the culture, then you may lose touch with what you're doing.
You'll miss the
But
bus. Mhm.
but you stay authentic. First of all, you have to be an authentic person, and it took me, I've always been a originator, very different. Even in my preaching ministry, I'm totally against the grain. I'm not your typical. There's not another R Thompson. Now I wouldn't say, and I'm not saying that in a boasting, bragging way, but I'm just saying that I'm very unique. I'm cut different, and
Mhm.
you have to have a certain grit and taste. You know what I'm saying, to be able to feel me. You know what I'm saying, but
Right.
I've always been in all of my seasons, even though coming up to who I am now, each layer of my seasons, I've always been original. You know, I've
Yeah.
always been authentic with who I am in that season. And I embraced that because my mom was a very authentic person. You know, she was very like down to earth, real. When what you seen at church, you seen at home. What you seen at home, you seen in this public. She was very transparent, classy, a woman of integrity, but she was authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I got my grit from. You know what I mean? Like, so being authentic and being true to who you are, you know, that's gonna transcend in what you're doing. You know what I mean? And so what I do, I don't keep up with a trend. You know what I'm saying? I just keep my ears to being who I am, stay authentic, and in God's way, in His way for your life, he will show you how to stay authentic even during the trend and not be in the trend, but also the trend will respect what you're doing. You understand? Like, it's almost like you don't go into it, you don't keep up with a trend. You just stay authentic with what you're doing, and the trend will have to respect what you're doing. You understand?
Well, and it's funny that you said that because I kind of like I don't change either. Like because I know what works for me.
Right.
What works for somebody else in their podcast or their show and their hosting and all of that may not work for me. You know what I'm saying? I may not be good at something that somebody else is good. So I do believe in staying authentic to yourself. Because I'm not going to change either. I definitely feel what you're saying. I definitely agree with you. But trends are, I mean, they change every day. You can have something trending today, and then tomorrow something else is trending. So it's kind of hard to keep up with everything that's trending. So now, Southern Soul has its own heartbeat.
Right.
It does. Now, you're more R&B, but you do perform on Southern Soul stages.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What makes your sound stand out in this particular lane?
When I do just recently, I think about 2 months ago, I opened up for Pastor Changeman Smith. And he was he's kind of in that blues Southern Soul lane. And what I did, I just stayed true to what I do, which was 2 totally different performances, but people was able to appreciate what I did. You know what I mean? It's almost like having a good Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean? The auntie may come with the macaroni and cheese, you know what I'm saying? But you got another auntie coming with the dressing. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got another auntie go prepare the turkey. And once you put all that on the table, and if everybody know how each other cook, then it all lives together. You know what I'm saying? And so what I do is I stay firm and authentic with what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I do gospel appearances, you know what I mean? I still stay authentic to the performing artist that God has created me to be. I don't even perform like if you put me in a gospel scene, I'm going to be totally different in the gospel scene. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be different. It's going to be authentic. It's going to be, you know what I mean? It's going to be R Thompson, you know what I mean? And I take that same energy over, you know, and I don't really like to separate it because to me it's not separated, but I take that same authentic energy and I think God has called me to be a trailblazer. And sometimes when you're a trailblazer, you're not gonna fit in a trend. You know what I mean? You're just making the way. You just making the way for other people. And sometimes it's a sacrifice because you're gonna be talked about. You're gonna be everybody ain't gonna like everybody's not going to agree or really dig what you may be putting down, but you just got to have that much confidence and faith in what you got going on that you become a trend. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I am. I'm a trend setter.
Come on now.
Like I like this shirt I have on. I wear these shirts when I perform, wherever I go. If I'm finna get ready to go to a lounge with me and my wife, and we about to go chill, I'm gonna throw on one of my T. Rashawn shirts, and I wear this shirt just like I might wear a polo or wear a Jordan shirt or a designer shirt. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm setting I'm the trend. You know what I'm saying? And I just believe in my name so much that I don't get into trends. I make trends. You know what I mean? And
that's
so
what I'm
that's
talking
what
about.
I do. That's what I even do with my music. You know, I stay true to what I'm doing and what has to happen. And once you focus and confident like that,
come on,
you make the trend respect what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you also make people look at it like, man, I wouldn't dare try that, what he doing. Or man, you know, so you challenge people to stay in their lane. You know what I mean? Like, I got a book that I'm also writing. It's called 360 Days of Wisdom and 5 Days of Meditation. And one of the quotes I got in there is a person that refuses to stay in their lane will cause a lot of accidents. So, and what that means is, if you keep trying to get in the trend, you go get in somebody else's lane, and you may get in that lane and might not be up to par with the speed, and you go cause an accident because you in a lane that's maybe too fast for you, too slow for you. So what you got to do is find your lane and stay in that lane. You know what I mean? I don't care what the trend doing. You recognize the trend, you respect the trend, but you stay true to what you doing. And if you believe in what you're doing, you stand on what you're doing, and ultimately you'll become the trend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I give props to artists like Al Green. You know what I'm saying? Al Green was is a reverend, but he's a soul singer. Sam Cooke, you know what I'm saying? He was a gospel artist, but he was also a soul singer. Aretha Franklin, she was a gospel singer, but also a soul singer. You know, so there's been examples of sort of what I'm doing, but even them, they still not doing. They're not doing it. I can pattern a little bit after that, but the trail that I'm blazing, it's not been done before like I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Okay. And I pray and hope that I'm opening up the door and blazing the trail for people. I mean, like, you know, people like my children and other younger artists and younger people that, you know, may want to try this lane. You know what I mean? And if it's for you,
it's for you. That's right. Come get it. So I have Darryl Simmons. He just asked the question. Darryl Simmons is the man, the myth, the GOAT. Okay. Any big production stage, this man right here is like the guru of production stage.
Okay, let's do it.
Big, small, it doesn't matter. He just said, hello, everybody. Who is the guest tonight? Because he was late coming on.
Okay.
So there, this is R Thompson. He's out of Athens, Georgia, and he originated gospel, R&B. Now he do R&B and Southern Soul. So I'm going to play another song. So Darryl, I want you to listen to this song because it is nice, because I listened to both of them actually. Okay. So here we go. And I do not own the rights to this music, but R Thompson does.
'cause without you, my life has no meaning. Is it reality or am I dreaming? Oh, sunshine, sunshine, you, yeah, it's precious. Riding up my head. Yeah. So precious. Oh, yeah. You're my shining star that brightens up my darkest sky. You're my fire, baby, that keeps me warm when it's cold at night. I never felt this kind of love that makes a grown man wanna cry. And I'm so happy that you're in my life when I'm with you. Yeah. Somebody clapping the name of love, yeah. Girl, we know you.
Ooh, come through. Now listen, everybody that's on here from Facebook, TikTok, listen, show some love for R Thompson, because baby, you make some good music. Like, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I felt that from the pit of my stomach when I'm with you, honey. I felt that about my husband.
Yeah.
So now I want you to what's the best advice you've ever received dealing with music on your musical journey?
The best advice that I received on my current music journey, or just ever?
On your current music journey.
Okay. I've had a lot of people, you know, when I started, and I would say about 2 years ago, like I said, during the time of my mom passing, after my mom passed, you know, I just viewed world totally different after that, you know. And I seen also how life is so short, and it can be gone within I mean, you know,
Blink
the
of
Bible
an
tells us that life is like a vapor, you know. And so I just got this epiphany that I'm gonna do everything that God gifted me to do. Everything, you know what I mean? And everything God gifted me to do, you know, Bible tells us that, um everything God made was good, you know what I'm saying?
eye.
And so I'm not ashamed of none of my gifts, my musical gifts, my, you know, the wisdom, the teaching, the whatever God has gifted me to do, I embrace all of it to the fullest. And God just happened to bless me with the gift to be able to be passionate about R&B music and singing it and performing it, you know what I'm saying? And I embrace it, you know. And the best advice I've heard, you know, I'll be in the grocery store or be somewhere and somebody will say, you know what, man, I want to applaud you, man, for just doing what you're doing, man. You are really teaching us, you know, just how to be authentic, you know, just to embrace, you know, being who you are, you know, um and just live vicariously, you know what I'm saying, and just be able to just you know, just have courage to be able to do something that's totally against the grain, and be able to allow us to see that God is many layers, you know what I'm saying? And he's not just this what religion say he is, you know what I mean? And that's the one thing that I've been you know, when I have time or when I get the opportunity, I teach people the difference between religion and being spiritual and having a relationship with God, because those things are not the same. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people have religious views about what you're doing when that has nothing to do with a relationship with God and being spiritual, you know. So but people have just encouraged me like to keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, and you know, some people tell you that because they think that that's what you want to hear, because they either themselves been talking or either they heard other people talking about you. So, and when they see you face to face, you know, you have haters that were going to say what they think you want to hear, but they'll, you know, go somewhere else and say something else. But I also think that people are being very genuine, you know, some people that, and because some of the people that have told me this, they have shown their support. You know, they either hired me to do things like do birthday parties and when I tell you these people, I may do a minute and 30-second birthday song, and they show their appreciation.
I get you.
so,
I got
you know
you.
what I mean? You know, so you know, I just feel like goodness and mercy is following me. You know what I'm saying? And God is really, really, really blessing me with what I'm doing. And so just people just been encouraging. So the best advice I've gotten on this journey is just to continue to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And because one thing about people, real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? And if you real with who you are and what you're doing, real is the message. You know what I'm saying? You respect and you recognize real. One thing about what I do as well, you may not understand it, but because of the authenticity and the integrity in what I do, you got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as long as I'm being authentic and real with what I'm doing and being true to who I am, God will send people along to pat me on the back to say, keep going, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, so that's the best advice I've gotten so far. You know, people just continue to encourage me. You know what I'm saying? And they share my content. They inbox me, or either they'll say publicly on my feed. And whenever I perform somewhere, you know, I mean, I have lots of support, you know, and people are truly, you know, my core fans. They show up, you know, and they support what I'm doing. So, and also, you know, last but not least, my cheerleader, which is my wife, you know what I mean? She is my biggest cheerleader. She like, every time I perform, I get through, she like, baby, you just make me so proud. Every time I see you doing
I
it.
love it.
And I'll be like, man, I don't even need to see no likes, no comments, no nothing. You know what I mean? Long when I get in the car and she say, baby, you did that. I ain't lying.
That means the world.
Right. Cause I asked her, I said, baby, how I do? And she'll be like, you know you did good. I said, no, I don't. I just need to know, like, what, you know what I'm saying? And she like, baby, I mean, for real. She like, I just love to see you do your thing. And she'd say that from me doing me preaching at a church, me singing praise and worship, to me singing R&B, to me just everything I do. She is, but she also the type too. Now, if I don't did something too much or talk too much or something like that, she's like, baby, you a little too long, or you know what I'm saying? So she's my biggest critic, but she's also my biggest support, you know what I'm saying? But she's my greatest critic in love, you know what I mean? And I know that she want the best for me. So that's, you know, the Bible tells us a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. You know what I mean? So she will definitely my favor. And you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't trade her for nothing in the world. You know what I mean? So that's the most I can tell you about advice from at this point, because it's been kind of a long. It's been kind of the journey started out like, you know, people like they didn't know what to think, you know what I'm saying? But right. I stayed steadfast and I stayed firm, and I believed in what I'm doing. Now people are, some of the people that said one thing, now they on the bandwagon. So, you know, but you got to be delivered from people though. You know what I'm saying? You cannot base nothing on people. You know what I'm saying? Long as your focus on pleasing your creator and what he has given you. You know, the Bible tells us, for we know that all things work together for good for those who love God and those who are called according to purpose. And long as you know that, you can't worry about what the people saying.
Well, I will say this. It's nothing better than your spouse, significant other supporting you.
Yes.
That means more than anything.
Yes.
Now, where the problem will come in if they don't support you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
When they don't support you, and it's like, if this is something that's your dream and something that you want to do and you don't have that support, that's where a problem comes in.
Well,
it's definitely a problem.
Well, even biblically, the scripture says a wife that brings shame to her husband is like rotting into his bones. You know what I mean? So if your wife is not with you, your spouse is not with you, you could be tearing that husband, because you're from the inside. You know, the woman is the real. You know what I mean? Right. So by her being the real, she's on the inside of that man. And if you don't have her support, it's not, and in matter of fact, God is not even going to honor it. You know what I mean?
No, it's not the same. It's
because definitely. You know, even the scripture tells us in Amos 3:3 that can two walk together except they first be in agreement. You got to walk together. You know what I mean? And so as I do what I do, I could not do what I'm doing. I could not. I mean, I repeat, I could not do what I'm doing if it wasn't first for God, two, for my wife. You know what I mean? And back and behind that, my children, they love what I do. You know what I'm saying? So that's all the support I need from right now. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I got that, I'm good.
Well, tell everybody how to follow you, all of your social media platforms, and where promoters or event organizations can reach out to you for bookings.
Okay. Well, Facebook, I go by R Thompson on Facebook. You can look me up there. On YouTube, I got a page in my business name, T Rashawn. You can look up T Rashawn on YouTube, and that's my page where you can get all of my content, videos, things that I've recorded, and also on Instagram, I go by R Thompson, and on TikTok, I go by as R Thompson as well. R Thompson, and the king, the Athens king of R&B.
Okay. Well, Mr. R Thompson, thank you for sharing your gift, your story, and your soul with us tonight.
Yes,
this
ma'am.
has been very, very interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
Vicky P family, make sure you follow him, you support him, pull up on him at an event or something, at a next show or something, because his journey is just getting started.
Yes.
I mean, literally just get started. Thank you so much for coming on the Live with Vicky P show. Is there anything that you want to leave us with?
Well, I'll just leave you with this right here. Whatever it is you believe that God has called you to do, stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Trust the process and just believe in what you're doing. Believe, I know there's might be somebody out there that's thinking like, I'm crazy for feeling like or thinking to do this or do that. God, he has that kind of sense of humor. God, when he calls you or when he anoints you to do something, most times it's not going to be something that, you probably seen before, like he did Moses. Nobody never split the Red Sea until Moses came along, you got Peter, he walked on water, you know what I'm saying? Nobody did that before him. So when God has designed you and created you to do something, I don't care how crazy it seems or how it looks, you believe in it, you trust in it, and have faith in it, and keep going, keep grinding, and turn the noise off. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot serve man and try to serve God. You know what I'm saying? You got to serve him. You know what I mean? And when you serving him, he's going to show you your destined design path. And you know what I'm saying? And so I just encourage anybody out there that got a dream, you know what I'm saying? Follow your dream, you know what I'm saying? Follow your passion, you know what I'm saying? And don't follow the money, follow your purpose, you know what I'm saying? And when you follow your purpose,
the money will follow.
I promise you that. You know what I mean? For real, if you find your purpose and you follow that, the money will find you. You know what I'm saying? And you won't have the Bible tells us in Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I promise you, if you let him lead you, he will make sure that you get what you need. You know what I'm saying? And so I encourage anybody out there that got a dream big, you know what I'm saying? Think big, you know what I'm saying? And once you set in and zero in on it, you trust and believe that God got you doing it. Put your pedal to the metal and don't listen to what nobody else say. Just keep doing it. You know what I mean? And for long, you know what I mean, you'll see evidence of what he's called you to do.
Well, amen. Well, anytime you feel like you need to come back on the Live with Vicky P show, if you want to send music, whatever, listen, I'm telling you, people send me music on a daily basis. Okay. Send it.
Okay.
You have my email. You want to come back, just reach out. And again, thank you so much.
I'll be waiting on the invite.
Listen, you know what? It don't even have to be an invite. You can call the next 2 or 3 months and say, listen, I'm ready to come back on. I got a new song.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
that's how we do around here. Like, I'm
Keep that
big
in mind.
on support. I'm big on support. I
Keep that
am.
in mind.
But thank you so much, TR Thompson. And
Yes,
your
ma'am.
sister is one of my dearest friends
Oh
for
yeah,
years.
yeah. I'm pretty sure she on. And
Years.
she taught when I shared the flyer last night. She texted me and said, "Oh, I see you on my friend's show. Okay, then I can't wait." I go, "Oh yes, sir. I'm coming."
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I love me some Belinda. I mean, me and Belinda go back when our kids were little. So and
Okay.
now they older.
Yeah.
Keith's age. Let's put it that way. Keith's age. So they
Okay then.
older. So okay. But thank
Okay.
you so much, and you have a good night.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all so much. God bless.
Oh, you guys, I second what he just said. I mean, if you have a dream, if it's something that you want to do, listen, you don't have to. This is the thing that I'm definitely going to say. Don't depend on your family, don't depend on your friends to support your vision or your business, because most of the time, they're not the ones that's going to support it. You do what you want to do. Like he said, you trust in God. God gonna open those doors for you. Now, when he opened those doors, you make sure you're ready to walk in them. Now, you make sure, because little old me started out in my kitchen and nobody understood the process. They looking around like, okay, you know, offering free interviews to help, support businesses, small businesses. Everybody looking around like they don't know what is she doing. Well, then when my name started getting out there and I started getting booked for things, then some of those same people, when they saw what I was doing, they want to call and be like, oh, hey, da 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 da. But I never turned them around. I never said no. We have to support each other. Support is very, very, very important. Now, I got to get into my promotions. Let me share some flyers with you guys because there's some things going on. Some things going on, y'all. All right, July the 25th. Listen, let me tell y'all something. This is going to be in Augusta, Georgia at the Miller Theater. The ultimate night of R&B and soul with the Manhattans featuring Gerald Alston and special guest Tony Howard and the Motowners. Listen, this is a place to be. You can go to Joker's Comedy on Groovetown Entertainment. You can go on his page and get more information about the ticket details. But I tell you what, Vicky P gonna be in the house, and this is gonna be hosted by 96.3 Minnesota Fats and the Mighty Peanut, and co-host Nelson Sugar Shack Man Curry. Y'all know him. He's saying, "I want to go back to the Sugar Shack, Sugar Shack." Okay. So you guys, this is gonna be an event that grown folks put on some clothes and go to and enjoy. So if you need more details with ticket information, go to Joker's Comedy on the Groovetown Entertainment on Facebook, okay? All right, June the 27th. Listen, this is going to be a soul extravaganza. This is going to be at the VFW Post 6449 in Fairburn, Georgia. You got Mr. Shantavia Nicole, Mr. Bruce, and T. Bryant. Y'all, this gonna be a event to remember. And you can go to Mr.'s social media page, and if you need more ticket information, more details, you can go to Eventbrite or you can message him. So that one speaks for itself. Mr. and Friends, Sochella 2026. Listen, Mr. doing his thing, y'all. He is doing his thing. So I think what Mr. is doing is a wonderful thing. I think he's taking him and other Southern Soul artists are going on like a tour run, which is great. And I think they're more of the newer artists that's coming up. I think that's a great idea. And I think every event space or every city, town that they go to is going to be a different name, a different theme. Go check Mr. Mister out. Go to his Facebook page and follow him, you guys. Now, I just want to say, you guys know what time it is. Listen, I'm Vicky P, and you already know it's always a vibe on the Live with Vicky P show. So I will see you guys next Tuesday at the same time, same place. I'll see you next time. Good night.